This
Good
conference will now be
morning.
recorded.
Good morning. Hello, Canada. So today, our coffee with the blue coats is special coffee with the blue coats because it's about the blue coats. Yay! So they're their own special guests. And we have Miss Jessica Donner and Miss Kanetta Guns from CPD and New Student Program / SCE / Campus Rec. I have to put it all out there. She is she's a support. She supports all those offices. So, guys, please introduce yourselves and tell us what you do and what you do, what you do, what you do.
Hey, it's so weird introducing myself to people who like already know me. So it's like, let me just restate everything you guys already know. My name's Kirsten Martinez. I've been on Blue Coat for, I guess, technically 2 semesters, spring and then summer semester. I'm a criminal justice major with a sociology minor. I plan on going to graduate school for leadership because I want to do this stuff full time as a career, I've decided. So yeah, that's pretty much it about me.
My name is Amanda. I am, let's see, I am a social work major with a biology minor. I do plan on going to graduate school, but for social work and law. And yeah, I'm just like a really not anxious, but I guess kind of like, what is the word? Like, I'm just ready to just get out there and start working and start changing the world.
Ambitious.
Yes.
And you're also our student body vice president.
I am. For SGA, I am the vice president, which is going great, and we're just working on revamping. But that's that. That's SGA.
Wow.
All right, Krishan, your turn.
I'm one of the other Blue Coat justice major with a minor in English. I plan on going for a master's, 6 or whatever happens. Just have to look at the profits. So we'll see.
Excellent.
Krishan's all about that Monday.
So what do you guys like about being blue coats, and how did you become a blue coat?
I was referred by Dr. Shane, actually. I guess referred is the right word. I don't know, but I was recommended, there we go, by Dr. Shane, which is like one of my favorite sociology professors on campus, about this job. And I wasn't going to do it originally because I was like, I didn't think I was going to get it. I don't know. It's like one of those things, like change can be scary. But I was like, okay, if I try and I don't get it, at least I tried, and I'll never know, like, what if. And so I went, and right before I had my interview, I actually looked at this playlist, and I was like, you go, girl. And I was just jamming out. I told this story before. I was like jamming out in my car on the way to campus. And then I interviewed with Garrett and Jessica, and it was like one of the best interviews I've ever had, which is, it's so funny because like you think interviews are like weird and stressful, but the conversation just flowed so well. They're really nice, really great people. So I was like, okay. And when I left, I called my mom and I was like, I totally aced that interview. So this is a good feeling. But I guess what I love about being a blue coat is like, I had a tour yesterday and I told them, I was like, it's kind of like having many hats. You know, we're ambassadors, but like, what does being an ambassador like really mean? Because I feel like we do all sort of things. Like, we do community outreach, we do student outreach, we like help with events, like in every office. We help with campus covered. I feel like when people ask for something, normally like we're the ones who take it by the reins and just go wherever we're needed. So yeah, I love the different experiences, different type of people, the networking. and all that I get to do. And no day looks the same. So yeah.
Very true.
This is true. Everything Kirsten said is true. I actually, let's see. So I came to school one day, and I don't know if it was the Office of Student Affairs, but there was a group of people who were in the lobby of Warrior Hall, and they were helping students set up their handshake, and it was in the beginning of the semester, of the spring semester, and Patrick, which he was a part of the social work program, but he also worked in student affairs as well. He stopped me and he's like, "Hey, have you signed up for Handshake?" I'm like, "No, I don't even know what that is." He explained everything, and then he told me that Blue Coats had a position opened, and that he thought that I would be a great fit just because of the role the Blue Coats play and him knowing me. So I looked it up, and I was like, okay, I love the sound of this job. So I applied, I got a call, and I actually had the interview with Jessica and Garrett, or Jeremy. But Jessica and Garrett, that would have been a fun interview, Kristen.
It was. It really was.
That would, I mean, mine was fun, but like, I think Jessica, okay, but anyways. So my interview went well. It went, smooth. They both like did a great job of making me feel, welcomed, and like I feel like a lot of employers will like try to intimidate like their interviewees, and this was actually the first time that I didn't feel like I was being intimidated. So yes, it was awesome. They gave me great information, great background of the job, of the office. I learned new things about our school. And yes, I love being a blue coat because, like Kirsten said, like every day is something different. And it's something enjoyable, and so I feel like as blue coats, we do have a lot of opportunities to help others and to make those little changes that, like I said, help others, that make a difference in people's lives. I think one of my favorite things to do as a blue coat is tours, because we get to show prospective students our beautiful, wonderful, spectacular school, and like tell them everything about everything about the school that there is to know, and to make them fall in love with it as much as I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Amen.
Hello, Krishan. It's your turn. Why do you like being a blue coat, and how did you get here?
How did I get here? Well,
I
I
like it.
kind of showed up to class one day, and I was surprised because I didn't even talk or anything, so I was kind of surprised I even got. I didn't think I was that involved, but I guess I was. But I mean, it was crazy, like I got it, and yeah, I showed up to the interview, I applied for it. Having an interview, it was pretty good. Garrett and Paul was they both interviewed me, and yeah, I did. I think I did pretty good. Did that. I like it. I like it because like you get to like show people the cool things about school. Especially like like it really like where I'm from, like it's not really like college is not really pushed. Like a lot of people don't even go to school. I mean, I'm like the first person in my family to go to school. Even high school, going that far. But yeah, you just gonna like motivate people, meet new people, stuff like that. And show people there's like another way, except like delinquency and stuff like that. So that's also pretty cool. going to the high schools and, talking to people and, being like a role model,
Mhm.
stuff like that. And, yeah, so it's pretty cool. And then the tours, that's another cool thing. Just like seeing your face over like the pictures and all, and the blue coats, I like wearing suits and blazers and all that. Pretty cool. Yeah,
I
yeah,
also told him he had to apply to be a blue coat. I'll claim a little credit.
yeah. Garrett put me in there, and yeah, I just like being involved. Like I don't like going to school and going home. Plus, I mean, I drive from like Killeen to Temple, so I mean from Temple to Killeen, so I'll make it work in a while. But yeah, that's
So what are your plans going forward? What with your major? Because you're what, criminal justice and English, you said?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Well, I mean, I was looking at the State Department, but it's too much, and it's like a 2-year waiting period, so I don't really feel like doing that. I don't know. I mean, I wanted to be some law enforcement, but I mean, we'll see. I want to go DPS. That's what I want to do. But like I said, I just have to look at the prophecy and see what happens.
Yeah.
Did you say the prophecy?
Yeah.
I can tell you guys are going to be successful no matter where you go. I mean, I've had the privilege of working with y'all for 2 semesters now, and you just keep doing things that impress me, and you all have great heads on your shoulders, and y'all are smart as heck, and I appreciate the spirit y'all bring into this university. And I kind of want to make this about you guys because it has been different and hard, and we've had to kind of adjust to, a new way of doing things. And the amount of content you guys have created, the amount of just time and energy that you've put into this university. We want you guys to especially with our pro staff being here, everybody wants y'all to know how appreciative we are. I know that sometimes, things kind of get thrown at y'all from everywhere and you're like, where do I start? But you guys always handle it so well. And I call upon y'all and you guys are there, so I wanted to big shout out for everything you've been doing. And I know that going forward, it's just going to get even better because we're going to be back in school and we're going to be trying to promote growth again and getting our people involved. So, who better than you guys? So thank you.
And our group really fits so well. We talked about it before, how I don't know how we all kind of got so lucky, especially since a lot of us had different interviewers. Our group just fits so well together. We've never really had any drama. We get things done. Very rarely do one of us calm, the other blue coats don't answer. You know what I mean? We're just a very even though we're all so different, we all bring different things to the table, and we just fit so well. And it's so weird that this is a semester by semester job almost, because I know Amanda and Hannah are getting ready to leave pretty soon, and with that it's kind of so weird because I feel like our OG crew is going to start leaving, and I really hope that this kind of environment carries, because that's what I really want. I think that's what's made it the most enjoyable to be a Blue Coat is our colleagues and how adaptable and how professional and reliable all of us are to each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
What?
I don't think they're old enough to understand that. Kanetta and I are dying over here.
Age
Is
test.
that when One Direction broke up?
What?
Is that when One Direction broke up?
When they went several directions, yeah.
When Zayn left them.
Yeah.
Yes, when Zayn left. Oh my gosh.
Hey, he had a good album cover. What was it, the baby with the tattoo or whatever?
Yeah.
How do you know, Garrett?
So
I'll be that 90-year-old that still knows what's going on.
Garrett's a pop icon.
So being a blue coat, you get long semesters, you get a $750 scholarship, $8 an hour, 19 and a half hours a week. So we want to put that out there for anybody who watches this in case they're interested. But other than that, I mean, what is y'all's biggest takeaway other than the camaraderie? What do you think is going to be your biggest growing moment or flourishing moment?
I mean, this job has like changed my career path. I feel like it just makes you realize so many things about yourself that like maybe you'd never like known before. Maybe it's like certain characteristics about yourself, like where you want to go in life, like those sort of things. I guess it's because we work with so many different people and we do so many different things that you know, we're able to really like see the influence. So I guess like that's my biggest takeaway. And now I know like, because I've always worked like retailer or like food industry jobs. So with this job, I gained like a certain sense of professionalism that I didn't really have before. And I'm also able to, I guess, find the confidence within myself to ask for things that I never would have before. Like I know my own value and what I bring to the table with my skill set. So I know like moving forward with different jobs, kind of how to, I feel more confident arguing about myself in that sort of sense, and not necessarily being ran over, which a lot of times does happen. Like Amanda brought it up, like sometimes in interviews, like the interviewers can like really run over candidates, but I feel like now I know where to hold myself. So I'm really glad that I gained like that sort of confidence in my professional ability.
Very well said.
Thanks, guys.
My biggest takeaway, you stumped me on this one. I don't know. I think definitely have learned new skills. Definitely have dipped into stuff that I didn't think I would ever dip into, you know? But I don't know. Like the one thing I was thinking is because we do so much and we do help like a whole bunch of people. My thing is just like helping others. Like that's just been my main goal since I can even remember. Like ever since I was a little inty binty cell, that was like my dream is to just help people. And so I think like seeing how much of a difference like we make as a small group, you know, working together, I think like my main takeaway is I want to like carry this on, like this momentum on, like after I, you know, and eventually leave the Blue Coats and go into like my actual professional career. And if others aren't on that same little boat, I'm gonna have to tell them, you guys, come on, we gotta pick this up because I've seen it work before, you know, with a smaller group and with a younger group, with a group who is working on their degrees but doesn't have our degrees yet, and like if a group who already is established and whatnot can't do the same thing, then something not right. So I actually think that is like my biggest takeaway. Yeah.
Love it.
I have a question for Amanda.
Question.
Do you think you would have become like vice president if it wasn't for the Blue Coats?
No. I do not think that I would. One, because I was actually approached by our president, which worked in the same offices, and two, applying to be a blue coat was already stepping out of my comfort zone, just because I am like more of an introvert, and I'm fine. Like I was fine. Like just coming to class and then going home, doing my little 1 month meeting for social work, Student Association of Social Workers. But so I don't think I would have. I think I would have been like, I think someone else could do it better than me. So yes, actually no, like I don't think that I would have applied or ran to be vice president. And so I'm really glad that, it's just like little things, like every time you do something, it opens another door for another thing, which opens a whole bunch of other doors. And I'm blessed. I am truly blessed that like this job has opened up these opportunities like vice president of STA.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot the question.
The biggest takeaway from your job from
Yeah,
being a
yeah.
blue coat.
Yeah, a lot of takeaways. A lot of takeaways. I mean, especially working in like a group of people, like you get that perspective. That's pretty cool. Like just learning about like societal issues, guys, and, looking at the other side of it. So that's I guess being social, because I mean, I used to think I talked a lot, but I guess I didn't talk enough. Yeah, I mean, I learned that. I'm gonna do that a little bit more. Yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff.
That's
You've
so
been
like
bombarded
funny to
with
me
emails.
because I was like, I know like a lot, but I was waiting for it to be like, and then I met y'all. So
Poor Krishan. I like, Krishan, how you don't let, even though you're the only guy in the group, you just don't let it bother you. He's just like, yeah, whatever. I think that's like one of my favorite things about him. And it's like having a bunch of sisters for him, I think, right?
Yeah. I mean, if it was the other way around, it would be. I mean, it's no big deal to me.
I love how you don't like let it affect. I don't know. Like I feel like a lot of guys would be intimidated, surrounded by so many, because we are very like strong, independent, outspoken women, and I feel like a lot of guys might find that intimidating. So it's really like refreshing to like have a guy in the group who isn't intimidated, who like respects us and like doesn't undermine any of our authority just because we're women, because I feel like that can happen a lot. So yeah, I really like that about Krishan, and that he just doesn't care that he's the only guy. You know what I mean?
Plus, he brings breakfast tacos. You won me that when you brought tacos. I was like, yep, he's my favorite.
Oh my God, Carla. So whenever we did the campus covered on Friday, we called the place he got the breakfast tacos. It was like 11, and we're all ordering. And we get to Krishan, and Krishan's like, I want an egg and avocado burrito. And the girl on the phone is like, what? An egg and avocado burrito. And she's like, you want a burrito? And Krishan's like, egg and avocado. And this lady he asked, he's like, do you guys serve breakfast? And she was like, no, like we don't have breakfast. So it was so funny because him and the lady from the taco place was just like, they were arguing, but it was like this great conversation. And I was like, Krishan, just give me the phone, like I'll handle it. And it's like, the lady was like, Krishan was like, where did I get those breakfast tacos from? And I was like, maybe it was a glitch in the matrix. So I don't know.
And that was Los Cabos, right?
Huh?
Wasn't it
Yeah.
Los Cabos? Or yeah, is it the one right there in South Fort Hood?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't serve breakfast.
I was looking for those because I was actually telling the hubby yesterday. I was like, man, he got these tacos. They were so good. That's
I
funny.
know there's a small Mexican restaurant like a little ways from Los Cabos, and it's like
Mhm.
it's on that same strip, like right before the pawn shop,
Mhm.
like on the opposite side. I know they sell breakfast burritos, but I don't know. We thought Los Cabos all the time. What happened?
Like I said, a glitch in the matrix.
He's arguing with the lady about avocado. I can imagine that conversation. That's funny.
It was so funny because like the lady just was like not understanding what Krishan was saying, and Krishan just wanted an egg and avocado burrito. But me and him are like watching this all go down, and we're just like,
Oh my god.
That's funny.
yeah.
It's all right. I'll make you an egg and avocado burrito, Kushan. I'll bring breakfast tacos.
Okay.
Just make me bread, and I'll be happy.
Yeah. Oh. So do you have anything for them, Mr. Smith? Do you have anything for them?
All right, I muted myself. Something I should probably do more often.
So how do you think they're doing so far?
Yeah, they're all right. No, y'all are rocking it. She's like, excuse me. No, y'all are doing a really good job. I'm really happy to see how far this has come, and just kind of sets the standards for the other organizations to kind of say, okay, here's how you build up and here's how you keep it going. And I think we're definitely going to need that going into fall. I think. I don't know. They sent us another reopening document. I haven't read it, so I think we're having fall. I don't know.
I've been on vacation, so I plead the fact that I haven't been here.
Plead the fifth.
People still bother you. Carla could get stranded on an island, and like a glass bottle would wash up with a little note in it, and it would be like, I need a hold removed on my account.
Oh, I was blowing up Kanetta's phone. I was like, Kanetta. And then, because there's no reception, like only one little part of the house. So I'm over here like doing this bit and getting blown around because of the hurricane that's going on. And I'm like, Kanetta. It's like the texting. I'm like, okay, the text went through. But yeah, people were blowing up like my phone. Like it would just beep, beep, and then it would stop and then beep, beep. And I'm like, what the heck, yeah?
Well, for what it's worth, I tried to help them. My VPN won't connect. So
Exactly.
whatever.
Yeah. So then I just stopped answering. I was like, you know what? We'll wait till Monday or Tuesday when I get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you're still pretty like I don't even really say you barely took a vacation because you still talked to me on Friday about tours and work, and you still talked to me yesterday about tours and work. So I mean,
Only because I like y'all.
Thank y'all for handling the cupboard on Friday, by the way.
Yes, thank you for that.
I could have been there after all, and I didn't know it. Y'all, I had a dentist appointment that had gotten rescheduled for that day, and it was the only time they could do it. I showed up at about 9:35, I think, and I'm tapping on the window because the door was locked. I'm like, hey, I'm here. Lady's on the phone. I call in. I look in. Lady's looking at me all grumpy, like, I don't, why are you looking at me? I'm like, okay. So I wait, and finally another nurse comes out of the back at 10. And she's like, hey, did they tell you to wait in your car or anything when you called in? I said, no, nobody picked up when I called in. They're like, well, we'll get your name. We'll see if we have any openings. I'm like, no, I have an appointment for 10.
What?
They're like, oh, okay. Well, if you'll go to your car, we'll call you in a minute. So I go to my truck, and I sit in it. And as soon as I shut the door, my phone rings. They're like, yeah, we're looking. It shows that you were supposed to be here at 9:30, not 10. I'm like, okay, well, you said 10 on the phone. And regardless, I was here knocking on the window at 9:30, and no one would let me in. Oh, I'm so sorry. And she's like, and I'm just the messenger. Please don't be mad. But apparently the doctor I was going to go see up and left for Dallas out of nowhere. So I had to, basically I just wasted a trip to Colleen and back on Friday. I was like, gee, thanks. Totally skipped the division meeting for that, but whatever.
Whatever.
wow.
Teeth.
This is why I don't go to the dentist. I haven't been to the dentist in like 11 years, and I've never had a tooth problem. My teeth are pearly white and I'm fine. But then again, it's like during quarantine, I think the coffee is starting to hit my teeth. And I'm like, oh, I should probably go to the dentist, you know, like a normal person. But every
Yeah.
time I move somewhere, I know I'm not going to be there very long, so I didn't want to like establish a dentist. And now that I'm somewhere where I'm going to be long term, I'm like, okay, let's do this.
Didn't you come out of quarantine on that Friday too?
Yeah, that was my day of freedom.
Day of freedom.
That's funny.
Freedom.
I don't have the Rona.
The Rona, no Rona. So my sister-in-law had the Rona.
Oh,
She got, yeah, so she got exiled for like 2 weeks to a hotel. So yeah, that was
Speaking
interesting.
of Rona, training.
Yes, training. So found out yesterday that did you guys see that email I forwarded y'all? I think it was on Friday from Paul with that link. Okay. I think I forwarded it to y'all, but I'm gonna send it again. But you can go into your Warrior Web, right? At the very end of the tabs, there's one that's called Campus Life. You click that, and it's gonna show the sexual assault prevention training, and then right below it, it says COVID training. Make sure you complete that, please, because it's due by the 15th of August, even though there's like a temporary hold right now. I don't know how much in effect it is, but that's something that everybody before going back to campus complete. So, and of course, you guys, you know, being my trailblazers, I want to make sure that, well, I just want to make sure like all the holds can be moved correctly. So, because I've had a couple of calls on it already this morning. I want to make sure that, I don't know how that became, you know, I talked to Paul yesterday. He said he had not posted the training. Yes, Kaneda. I reached out to him today. He said that Brandon was sending out the email morning or sometime today. But because some professors are telling their cohorts to reach out to us regarding the training, he kind of gave me a quick heads up saying where, you know, tell me where it's at. If you guys want to go in and access it through there. It does not preclude them from register. See, I'm not sure about that, Kaneda, because I did have somebody call me telling me they're not able to register. So I'm gonna have to double check on that. Because they said that they tried to go in and register, but the hold was preventing them from registering. So I don't know. You know how these things are whenever we have new training, stuff starts to pop up. So, but Garrett Smith is a person. No, I'm just kidding. Look at his face. He's like, no.
Link his email.
Paul York. No, that's cool. I mean,
you know what I think should happen?
what's that?
I think whoever, and I shouldn't say this. I'll say it anyway. Whoever assigns the training and decides there needs to be one should be the one that has to deal with all the ensuing customer service.
Preach.
He said it.
Probably won't work because I think that goes above the institution and the system. I think that's a state thing,
Yeah.
but I stand by it. Let the state take those customer service calls.
Yeah.
Be on hold for like 24 hours.
Semester will be over.
So
Well, the
like,
problem is, since we're here, it ain't coming on. All right, let's see, what time is it? Okay. Well, guys, I just want to thank you so much for being here. And what?
Krishan was saying something.
What were you saying? I didn't hear you, Kashan.
I was just gonna ask about, cause like the thing I sent like about like the free tuition for like those like under 40,000 or something like that.
For military members? Is it military or is it just all students?
I think it said all incoming students.
All incoming students? Okay.
I thought you knew. I was just.
I saw something come up on our website. Let me see if I can find it. That way we can have better information about it. I know there's a one specifically for our military members, students that are military. Let me see. It's the beginning fall 2020, new full-time transfer students with a household adjusted income of 40,000 or less will receive enough gift aid to pay tuition and mandatory fees. And then it tells you on about the program, how do I qualify? So basically go to our website, tamuct.edu, and then there's a little tabs. And then of course, if there's more, more information needed, financial aid will be the place to call. But thank you for that, Krishan. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah. And it says contact your admission counselor and contact financial aid. So all the links, I don't know if y'all can see it, probably not. But so I encourage everybody to apply for that, those grants and that aid. They do help. So
Did everyone put in their scholarship application?
yeah.
Yes.
I think that closed on the 20th, right? On July 20th. Now the book scholarship, is that one open yet? The tuition? I mean, not the tuition, sorry, the $500 book scholarship?
I'm actually not sure.
Okay. Normally they'll open it a couple of weeks before classes start, so just be on the lookout for that.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely encourage. So anybody have any last words before we head out?
I don't think so. Just like,
Sure. Yes, ma'am. I will stay on there. Garrett Canetta wants us to stay on for a couple minutes afterwards.
I ain't doing that.
Thank you, Jessica, for joining us today. I appreciate you. And thank you all for being here. You guys are amazing and for everything you do. Like I said, I just wanted to, I know we're missing a couple of folks, but hopefully they'll watch this and see how much we appreciate y'all and how much you guys mean to the institution. So thank you.
Thank you.
wow, another successful coffee with the Blue Coats. We love to see it.
All right, loves. We will talk later. No meeting tomorrow, but I will have a meeting with